ecovegangal.com, and it is a rainy Saturday afternoon, and I have absolutely no plans except to work on my website, including my videos, so I'm super excited to have this. Ugh, so rare. But I was just reading a book, which I'll talk about soon. I'm doing a review on this amazing book, and I'd rather save all my thoughts on it for that review video, but a part of it really inspired me to make this video. Don't let money get in the way of your health and happiness. And I really want you to think about that. That's something that I think about all the time, and that's actually a huge mission of mine with my website, you may have noticed. One of the #1 things that I hear from people is that they can't afford it, and they want to know tips on how to do the same things on a budget. That's great, and I promise that I will have lots of information on that. In fact, one of my most popular videos is this one right here, in which I talk about how to eat healthy vegan food on a budget. Money is a big issue. I can only really speak from my experience as an American, although I know that a lot of you are international as well, and I'd be curious to hear more things about that. But yeah, what I'm about to say is more from an American standpoint. I feel like so many of us make excuses because of money, and that's only going to put us in a worse position, because it just feels to me like another excuse not to do things. It feels like, yeah, just simply that, an excuse, and it's not necessarily the reality. I think money in a lot of ways is kind of an illusion. Our financial standpoints, our situations are kind of not really part of the big picture of life, but we've been trained, especially as Americans, to let it take over us. Let us take over our emotional states, the rest of our lives. And so many of us are happy because of money, unhappy because of money. It's the root of so much. If you think about things that are getting in your way, it's usually because of money. And I've discovered over the years, since money has been an important factor for me, that it's easy to make money. I don't know if I've just been incredibly lucky, but I think honestly it's so much more a part of determination and refusing to let money get in the way. I haven't talked much about my financial background, but without getting into too much detail, because that would take me forever, but I grew up in a probably upper middle class family, and I had a lot of resources. I had a great education. My parents gave me what I needed. They were very good about that. They were never overly we never had an overabundance of money, but we always had enough. We could eat well. I could go to good schools. They paid for my college education, which was massive. But ever since I graduated college, I don't think I've taken any of their money at all. Ever since what was that, like 6 or 7 years ago now, I've been on my own. They haven't helped me out, unless you count the fact that I don't have student loans, which is huge, but I've had to start from scratch myself. I've had to get jobs completely by myself. I never had a leg up in that. I had to just be incredibly resourceful. And in fact, I've been working since I was really young. I started babysitting when I was like 12 years old, and that actually gave me a huge work ethic because I loved making the money from it. While all my friends were out partying, I was 12-year-olds, hopefully, but they were out doing fun things, and I was the one that was working on Friday, Saturday nights, and maybe even Sunday, and after school. And that instilled this idea of what I could do with money, how I could earn money. And I've babysat throughout my career. Even up until the past year, I do babysitting every once in a while, just because I love children, but I also love, that kind of easy way to make money. And I've had so many jobs. A lot of you don't know that I have 4 jobs right now, 4 part-time jobs, in addition to all this eco-vegan gal stuff that I do. And it's been all over the place. I've done a lot of computer-related jobs because of my passion for computers. I've done a lot of writing jobs because I like researching things. I don't have really a background in either. I have a film production background and a psychology minor. So, I was just resourceful. I never was really trained in childcare or babysitting. I may have gotten CPR certification at one point for free, but most of the jobs I've had have just been me going after them and me being excited about them. And people usually hire me because of my personality, not necessarily experience. And yeah, I've been in many financial situations, but I've always been able to pay for things. And my point is that I feel like so many people are out of work and they complain they don't have enough money, and it's really hard for me to relate to because I've always been able to make money. And I really feel like that's because of my determination. So number one is that I hope that all of you can do the same thing. And I could be wrong. I don't know what it's like to be anyone but me, but I have the strong suspicion that at least in America there's always a way to make money. But secondly, I hope that, and what I'm working towards is I don't want to do a job just to make money. I want to do a job because I believe in it and because I love it. In fact, right now I've been working really hard towards doing the Eco-Vegan Gal full-time, and I'm getting very close. I'm excited to report. It's taken a lot of work. It's 3 years in the making, and that's not even that much time. But I hope that all of you can find something that you're passionate about and that you love. I don't want any of you to come home every night and hate your life because your job sucks. I mean, I know what that's like, and I've quit jobs many times, many jobs, because of that, because I refuse to be miserable. I've lived off my credit cards. I'm still paying off thousands of dollars of credit card debt because I've quit jobs and said, no, I'm going to find something else to do, and that's part of the reason why I'm here today. So that's the happiness portion of it. As far as the health goes, don't let money get in the way of that. So many of us refuse to buy organic because it's expensive. We refuse to buy high quality products because it's expensive. And so people end up eating synthetic, man-made foods that are manipulating their bodies in a lot of bad ways and that are having bad effects on the environment, all because of money. And I'm sick of it. It's not acceptable. And, some people say they have to. And again, I'm not in their shoes, but I don't think we have to do anything. I think that, especially as Americans, we have the resources to do pretty much anything that we want. This is supposed to be the land of the free, right? And I hope that, many other countries out there as well. We also have the ability to help other people in poor countries. We can make decisions about what we purchase and what we contribute to, what we do with our free time. And that's another big thing, is if I really want all of you to start evaluating your lives, because a lot of times it's just this weird illusion that's perpetuated by the media, by businesses, by other people, that we don't have the money and we don't have the time. But if you step back and look at it, you probably have a lot more money than you realize. You've just been spending it in places you probably don't need to. And you have a lot of time, which you could spend on a lot better things, like helping other people. One of the writing jobs that I have involves looking at nonprofit organizations. So I have a chance to see the opportunities for volunteering that can help people all around the world. And maybe I need to talk more about that on my website, because I think all of us could probably use those extra hours of the week that we spend lounging around on the couch watching TV or lazily surfing the internet and watching viral videos. We could probably do a lot better for the world, myself included. But coming back to money, and as far as it is with health, is I want you all to find a way to look at your budget more. I use mint.com. I love it. It's free. I don't know much about the website. I've just been using it for years because it was recommended, and it's incredible how you can track all your money. They'll show you graphs and charts, and there's all sorts of amazing tools on there. But there's plenty of things. You can make your own spreadsheets on your computer, which will also do graphs and charts. You can find software, all sorts of software out there. I want you all to start looking at it, especially now that the tax season is upon us. It's an incredible opportunity for us to look over at how we've spent our money in the past year. And especially if you're doing things like deductions, you can really start to see, oh wow, I can't believe I spent this amount of money. I might not be able to deduct it, but now I can look at it and evaluate what I want to do for the coming year. And I think you'll be quite surprised. A lot of people say they can't afford organic, and yet they can afford to go to the coffee shop every day and spend $2 to $5, $6 on coffee, or desserts, or renting movies, or various subscription services, subscribing to magazines or online things, and all of these things that we do that aren't really benefiting us from a health or environmental standpoint. Maybe we can take away some of those things and replace them with better options that are going to do good for you overall. And I think a lot of these things have to do with getting pleasure out of our lives, and a lot of times we need those sources of pleasure because we're unhappy with the rest of our lives. Well, coming back to what I said before, what if we found ways to be happier so we wouldn't need those gratifications? So much of the poor food that we eat becomes because we feel like we need it emotionally. It's our emotional, gosh, I'm blanking out, crutch, that's the word. So everything affects everything that you do. So if you can find a line of work that you love, you're going to be happier. You'll probably make more money because you'll be better at it. You'll want to work longer hours perhaps. Or you can do things like the 4-hour work week and find ways to start your own business and work only a few hours a week so you have more freedom, and that's more happiness. I mean, just think about it. So much of our lives goes into how we feel emotionally and physically, what we do for other people and the entire world around us. And I just want you all to start thinking about it. You all deserve to feel your best and look your best. You all deserve to have access to the highest quality food, the highest quality products of the entire life. You all deserve to have happiness and health and to live long lives, and I don't feel like that you hear it enough. So that's from me. I really hope that this inspires you, and I would love to hear your own journeys on things. Can't believe I've been talking for almost 12 minutes, but what can I say? I've been ranting. Thanks for all of you who are still watching, and I'm going to go drink my tea and work on my website and work my way towards more happiness so I can have more health myself and help continue to inspire and enlighten all of you, which is one of my favorite things to do. So thanks so much for watching again, and as usual, you can follow me on all the social media links. I'm very active on all of those. You can click those links down below. If you're new to this channel, you should check out my website, although I will say that what I'm doing right now is working on the redesign. So yeah, check it out as it is now, but stay tuned for the new one. And of course, subscribe so you're the first to know when I have another video. Thanks so much again, and I will see you later. Bye, and good luck. I want to hear all about it. I want to hear everything that you're doing, because you can do it, and I love you all. Bye.